do that and start looking at what rezoning makes sense. And this property, in my opinion, was singled out, and I don't think that it was appropriate. But, you know, if it's the wish of the family to rezone it, then I certainly would support that. But I'd like to understand the will of the family.
Well, before I answer that, I just want to say something about that. The Riley family and Proctor family have over 100-year history in Lunenburg. I mean, those guys went to World War II, those guys came back, they started a business like Vic Sozik and Bill Proctor and the whole crew, okay? And one was a selectman and all of that. So the problem I have is if I was to get approval to keep it commercial, and 4 or 5 months from now somebody wants to go limited residential, I've been told I have to wait until the planning meeting next year. And under those circumstances, and further thinking about my father-in-law's wishes right now, we agreed to limited business residential for the entire property. But the one thing I want you to make clear is that map of that driveway was never, that shouldn't be voted on, because that was never that. I have the deeds and everything else that show that, and I repeatedly came back to the town, and even Whitman and Bingham, and said, and they were supposed to have done this, moved that line to the redemption where it was supposed to. They assured me it was done, and it wasn't. But anyway, you don't have to make a decision here. Go ahead and do that.
See, we have a discussion, we come together, meeting of the minds. Mr. Garcia.
Just have a question moving forward. You mentioned that if the property is sold and they want to use it for 2 uses, i.e. residential and business, that it would require going through the special permit process. Is that going to happen every time that property here, from here on forward, changes ownership and or use?
Well, it would depend on how the special permit approval is written, and it would depend on what the property change was from owner to owner. If, we'll speculate and use an example, if someone were to purchase it and build boats, and so they're making the majority of their money selling these boats, so it qualifies as retail and residential, and they sell it to somebody who continues to do retail and residential, the special permit approval can be written in a way that it would continue to be transferable. Oftentimes, when zoning boards write special permit approvals, they are for the property owner, not for the property, because they want to have the ability to look at each use and judge that use on its own merits, because a boat building retail and some other retail may have very different traffic volumes, may have different impacts on the neighborhood, so it differs. Generally, when you see something like this, the discussion would be less about the 2 uses of the residential and the retail, and they would more focus on what the merits or deficiencies of each type of retail is.
Last word, sir.
Yeah, if I might add, Whitman and Bingham, we determined that there's 3 lots there, 3 available lots for houses or whatever. In the next 3 months, we're going to try feverishly to find a builder or somebody that wants to buy it. But I'm submitting a proposal to take the building down after the 6 months wait, because it costs me $1,000 a month to maintain that property in taxes and insurance, and I'm not going to go through another winter with it. So if any of you have any friends that are in it, it's a beautiful piece of property, really. It really is. It's nice. So.
Well, I need to go to the liquor store. I wish it was still open. Okay, we are ready to vote on Article 37. All those in favor of Article 37, please signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes by more than 2/3. Article 38. Mr. Luck. Don't let everybody leave. I gotta have 50 people. We're getting close. We gotta get this done. You don't want to come back on Tuesday.
Sorry. I move that the town borrow the sum of $300,000 for purposes as outlined in the town warrant and portrayed on the wall here.
Select Board, your recommendation.
Recommend approval.
Finance.
Finance Committee recommends approval.
Tell us, Mr. Luck, very briefly, not a lot of slides, where we're at.
Just two slides. One is to show you where the activity is. It's on Pleasant View Ave, which is right on the edge of the border with Leominster in the Whalum area. The sewer extension being proposed runs where you see the purple line. It runs down to that red line, which is the existing sewer before it leaves Lunenburg. This was identified as a needs area, so it fits within our charter from the CWMP, which is sort of our Bible. It was supported and approved in writing by 81% of the residents affected. It's a fairly short 550-foot run, pure gravity, which means there's no pump stations or additional costs really added to the other sewer users, just additional customers, which is always good. That the project right now would be included, or envisioned to be included with the current betterment on Pratt and Lakeview, for which we just selected the contractor for that. And we've already been pre-approved by the state providing funds to be able to borrow the money through that very low-cost vehicle for the residents involved. And we're hoping perhaps this fall, because we're so far along in the third project, we're have the construction complete. But certainly by the spring or summer of next year, we'll be able to hook people up.
Anybody want to discuss Article 38? Ask Mr. Luck any questions? Therefore, we're ready to vote. Oh, sorry. Mr. Bingham.
Jeff Bingham, 150 Peninsula Drive. Is this different than the previous one on Pratt and Street as far as betterment goes? This is not a betterment?
I'm sorry, this is a betterment. I think I'm going to have a more paper after I'm trying to speak, so I did. Thank you. It is a betterment, so it is totally funded, as I said earlier, by the residents. It's a $300,000 project, and based on the 11 residents that would be directly affected, it would be $27,000 per resident.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Any other questions on 38? Okay, we're ready to vote. Mr. Barlow, 2/3. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. 39, Chief.
Moderator,
Yes.
with this and 31 Lane, I request a count of actual voting,
Questioning the quorum?
but quorum, yes.
Okay. Close the door, sir. Let's get everybody in to vote. Somebody come in. If there's anybody out there that's planning on voting, please come in. Do I have any counters to help me count? Mrs. Hatch is going to count. Mr. Chestnut, would you count? Mr. Locke? Mr. Rockman is? And I have two counters up here, Mrs. Raboyne and Mr. Marshall. Everybody count their side.
Some people are visitors, you can't count visitors.
Count the visitors, then count the floor. Hold up your cards to count. Everybody hold up your cards to count. Don't forget, people down here on Mr. Marshall's side, we're going to count everybody on the stage. Okay, Mr. Chunnis, if you and Ms. Hatch are done, come up to the microphone, tell me the number on my left, your right.
I have 11 voters in my section.
11.
Okay. 11 on my left, Mr. Luck, 15 in the center, and on my right and the stage. 18.
That's including FinCom.
FinCom, and what's on the stage, excluding council. And, Karen.
Did you say 18? Yes.
How many?
11, 15, and 18.
Everybody that's voting, that's here, that could vote, did everyone raise their hand?
You guys count yourself?
Okay, we're going to do it one more time, because it's important, okay? I need you to count in. You know where our uses were going. Okay, raise your hand, whether you plan on voting at the moment or not, just that you're here and you are a voter. Okay. On my left, Ms. Hatch and Mr. Chenis. 11. In the middle, Mr. Luck. 16. On the right, Mrs. Ravoy. 20. How many? We do not have a quorum. Quorum, Mr. Chairman, we don't have a quorum. We will recess this town meeting until, you want to recess 15 minutes? Well, people don't leave yet. Question is, shall we see if we can get some friends and family out of the fields to get here? All right, get out your cell phones. We got a 15-minute break, and we will recount in 15 minutes. It is now 3 o'clock, we will recount in 15 minutes. You don't want to come. Everybody please come in and have a seat. We're going to have a hand count. I hope I didn't lose my counters. If there's anybody outside in the hallway, please come in. Mrs. Kemp. Thank you. All right, everybody's in the room? Okay, my counter's on the left and the center on the right. Everybody raise their hand cards. Let's see where we're at. Mr. Chenis, Mrs. Hatch. 12 on my left. 15, Mr. Luck says in the middle, Mrs. Ravoy. 20. Well, at least we didn't lose too many. Okay, as I've always told you at the beginning of the meeting, we read from and follow town meeting time. If at any time, page 20, if at any time the point of no quorum should be raised, which it was, and established, there's nothing more that the meeting can do but adjourn to a fixed time or, in the discretion of the moderator, if not prevented by bylaw, dissolve. Therefore, I will declare this meeting dissolved. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. What it means, I probably should say what dissolve might mean, even though it might seem clear. The meeting is over. The selectmen, I told, probably are going to move these warrant articles to a special town meeting at some point in time. Obviously, that's the town code would have to be notified as to when these articles would be taken up again. But the articles that are still left, with no action being taken on this meeting, we have to